Still no puppies.
Nope, no pups.
What's up, buddy? Cabela, we can get you a new one of those. That was fast. Good morning, everybody. Chad, DeWalt Farms.
Ray.
My prettiest, bestest friend. We're not gonna hide it and bounce around and jump all over the place and all that. We will show you the animals. Yes, it's much quieter without Bruce here. Thursday night, right? Or Friday morning?
3 a.m. Friday morning.
About 3 o'clock Friday morning, I saw a light around the bottom of our bedroom door. And I just thought that Case was awake. And Case just ordered DoorDash. I thought that Case was awake because he fell asleep at like 7 o'clock Thursday night. Wasn't sick, he just come home from school and tired and went to sleep. And I thought he'd woken up to like take a shower or something. Yes, it was 3 o'clock, but try waking up at 3 a.m. and wondering what's going on. And I was just awoke to the dogs were kind of anxious. I could hear them scratching and something just didn't feel right. And I saw a light underneath the door and I thought Case was just using his phone flashlight to find the bathroom, and just had the inkling to get up. And I walked outside into the great room area and the bathroom door was shut. And I was like, oh, Case is in the bathroom. But then it kind of hit me all in one instance that the light was orange. Still processing, guys. But I opened the bathroom door and there was flame at the floor, but there was nothing on, I say nothing on fire. There wasn't like a trash can with fire in it or a piece of clothing with fire in it. It was just like, you know, I don't know how to describe it, coming out of the floor. And since talking to adjusters and friends, and we've had Luke, my cousin, out here buttoning up Shay's. It's Ray and Shay, forgive me.
Shay is Luke.
My cousin's name is Shay. She married Luke, who is technically my cousin-in-law, so I just refer to him as cousin for you guys. But Ray and Shay, okay? Shay's not an ex-girlfriend, it's my cousin. St. Alabama, don't make it weird. He's been out here buttoning up Ray's she shed. That's where it came from. I was gonna say Ray and she shed, and I got Shay. Shay's fault.
Well, as you know, he was supposed to come yesterday morning to install our mini splits.
Friday morning.
So that we could eliminate our space heaters.
And at 7:30 in the morning, I got to call him and tell him we still needed him, but
for different reasons.
So where the fire was is adjacent to Case's room. And so I immediately knew that he had to get up and get out. And my first inkling was to grab a garden hose. I was really resenting myself for not putting like a shower wand in our bathtub and not just like cranking the water on and soaking it down and being done. But through talking to construction guys like Luke and an adjuster we had come out, or is coming out, they think, based on what I saw, that the fire was probably like in the wall. So there was way more fire than I knew of, because that little fire in about 10 seconds was much bigger. And we're all okay. Everybody made it out. All the animals are safe. But it was really hot in Case's room. Quickly, I turned around and came out of the bathroom. Ray wasn't. She was awake. She was on her phone, and I don't mean to speak for her. I'm just trying to get through this. But
I smelled smoke and I jumped out of bed.
But I did turn and get Case up first.
You did. When I jumped out of bed, I came out of the bedroom, and the first thing I saw was the bathroom wall was up in flames, and Chad was coming out of it saying, "We gotta go."
So Case walked out behind me. We grabbed things we could. And we only had Adler. As you know, we co-parent. And Carter we're very grateful for at his dad's. Because I'm hoping at Adler's age, it's something he can know happened in his life, but he doesn't remember.
We got him out quickly and he didn't see much.
He didn't. Case, of course, is old enough to deal with it like adults. we are talking to people, and you know, he's got people he can talk to, and the school was also very supportive for all 3 boys. When Case came out of his room, Cabela was right behind him, and we got Sadie and Goose out, and Cabela actually had fire on her back. She's clearly unfazed though, because that is actually a mattress we hadn't told you guys about, but a company sent us that mattress, and it was actually in the loft, and
No, that's Case's mattress.
So the mattress in the loft is gone?
I think so.
Okay, just kidding. That's Case's mattress. They couldn't get the fire in his room to stop, so they just brought the mattress outside. That happens a lot. They were throwing stuff out the windows that was on fire to keep it from spreading in the structure, if you will. It did take them about 30 minutes to get here, but where we live, that's pretty typical. It's all volunteer. There's no fire station, so they get phone calls from dispatch. They go to the fire station, they get the water trucks, and then they come out. But they were here, they were great. But Cabela actually had some embers on her back. That's how out of control it got that quick.
By the time we got everyone out of the house and tried to run back in to grab something, the whole thing was just filled with smoke and we couldn't get anything.
We did have, and I don't know what's going to happen in this video. I can't demonetize it, but we don't need super chats. We have insurance. So just watch the video like you normally would.
We're okay. So what we're asking is that we actually don't want you to send us money because we're okay.
And I wish I would have said that sooner in the video, but I'll probably put it in the chat already so you guys already know. But our insurance company's been so great. They gave us 2 hotel rooms here in town. We're like 10 minutes from the farm.
Case is living his best life.
Case is living his best life.
Because we're in town and we can order DoorDash.
But they put some money in our bank account within about 12 hours for emergencies. And we went and got pretty much brand new everything because, as you're about to see, everything is gone. We had a policy that covered, just so you guys know, that was a dog.
It's Cabela.
That was not Ray or I. We, I'm gonna use my shirt, it's new.
Don't use your shirt.
We, got out in our PJs, literally. And, you know, we, gosh, it was quick. Ray's ring was my one dumb move, and I'm
Mine
sorry.
too.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad.
It was in the bathroom where the fire was, and that's the first thing Chad asked me was where my wedding ring was, and I told him in the bathroom, but I said, do not go back in there.
Everybody was already out, or you were at least by the door.
We were right here, yeah, and I said, do not go back in there, and of course he did, and he didn't know where it was, so I followed him in. And it was really hot and really close, but I opened the drawer real quick and I grabbed it out of there because I'm the one who knew where it was. And then we ran. We came out.
The handle was toasty as well. We got everybody outside, put Case and Adler in our trucks, and pulled them away from the house. Where we live, we keep our keys in our vehicles. Unless it's cold, because you can't remote start with your keys in your vehicle. But it wasn't really cold I say it wasn't cold. It wasn't going to be like 20 degrees the next morning like it was.
It warmed up and our keys were
It's
trucks,
actually
but
70 degrees the next week.
Yeah, a couple of days prior to that, we were bringing our keys inside. So very thankful that both of our car keys were in our vehicle.
Just a warning, I've never showed anything on this channel that kids can't watch, but it's, our boys probably won't be watching this video. So certainly not the young ones. We've reached a point where structurally it's not actually safe, I would say, beyond today, right now. As well as, if you guys have never been through a fire, and what a blessing to not go through that. When the fire department gets done, there's 4 or 5, 6 inches of water in your house, and it just pours out the walls. And structurally, from the outside, this thing, I don't want to say it doesn't look bad because all the windows are pretty much gone or broke, and
the roof is
there's a giant hole in the roof. There's a lot of ceiling joists missing, so we probably won't go too far to the south side. But guys, we were really, this was close. And it's really tough for me as a I'm not a confrontational man. I'm a very protective man. And you can't fight fire.
Everyone's alive and safe, including every farm animal. We didn't lose anything that money can't replace.
This was close. This was really fast. Because of how fast it spread, those folks I told you I've been talking to, the fire was likely inside a wall in the bathroom. Don't let the dogs in. Hey, I'm gonna open it. Hang on. Hey, some air. So you guys actually haven't seen this in a very long time, but this was our fully functioning kitchen. We had a refrigerator. It's still there. Make you a smoking deal on it. Cool.
Too soon.
Anyway, our lovely little kitchenette right here. Yeah. This is actually our room. And you can see it's more or less been heavily sunburned. The fire didn't make it here. It just scorched everything.
Melted.
It melted, it scorched. This is where it gets a little bit worse. A lot worse. We had a couple of recliners that were real nice. This was our washer room. We had barn doors planned to go across there. That's our water heater. All this was professionally done. But as you can see, I don't know, I may not. There's supposed to be 1, 2, 3. I think we're missing every joist in Case's room, actually. This was our lovely bathroom with a brand new vanity, and the fire was over there. Those clothes were not in the floor. They were actually in a tote. Adler can't even wear that stuff. That was a tote of Adler and Carter's. Well, here you go. See that pair of shorts? Yeah. The tote fell through and it just got caught on those. But all this was done. All of it was professionally done. This was all professionally done. That was our shower. It's all new. I mean, that's stuff. The stamp on the back of that shower, the production date was March of 23. But this is Case's room. This is where it was the hottest, the quickest. That is his mattress, yeah. But basically everything started falling in on him. So we think the fire was like in this wall. This was all finished. He actually never lived in the RV with us. His room was the finished first. Like everything was done, basically. That's his school bag. He's got his own little pistol in there. We got to try and get that safe open. It like melted, but that pistol means a lot to him, so we'll get that open. I tell you, one of the tough things is Case is at an age where he has a job. It's YouTube. And, you know, when you're 14, 15 years old and your parents tell you that it's time to get a job, and you embrace it and you post videos for your job and you make your own money, and then your Uncle Matt, helped Case build a PC, and he'd only had it about a month. And yeah, his PC is obviously gone, but we're insured to where the boys and all of us will be. My dad refers to it, after being in insurance, set back to zero. We won't be without things that we had going into this. We will get everything paid for, reimbursed. Anything we buy, they want receipts. They had us in a hotel within 12 hours, a very nice, clean hotel with free breakfast and free Wi-Fi. And that is Case's computer desk. And I tell you what he's most sad about. That TV means nothing to him. He knows we can get another one. That computer means something to him because he worked very hard for that and paid for it with his own money. It was about $1,000, but that's what he wanted. It was his money. He earned it. He has a couple of things he buys, like snacks and stuff, that he pays for out of his own money because they're I don't want to say they're in excess, but I'm trying to teach him to budget. So stay with me here. Probably even get a nicer computer than he had. I don't know. Uncle Matt built that. And if you don't know, Uncle Matt doesn't build crap computers. What bothers Case the most is, and it is ruined structurally, but this table is a heavy duty folding table that my mom gifted Case as a computer desk. And it was from like the 80s, and it said Our Country Touch on it, which was my mom and my grandpa and grandma's craft store. And I believe it had grandpa or grandma's writing on the back of it with a date. We're being careful, and we're not going to stay in here. We're going to get out, because after today, this moisture is going to start. It's supposed to be warmer today. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees, and this moisture is going to start turning stuff into very, very dangerous mold. We're well aware. But keep in mind, too, this was not an old home. Everything in here was new. So we're not like worried about insulation and all that being, just, yeah, stay with me here. There it is. Whew. There you go. We will probably, yeah, I thought there was a date, but there's not. What Case, that's our boy. That's what bothered him the most, was that table. Well, first off, I want to say thank you to our neighbor, Shanda. She's been here a very long time in this area, about 20 years and 20, 30 years. Actually, she's always lived here, but she's been living over there for a very long time. And she knew all the firefighters by name when they got here. And she made us feel good about what was going on. And then took us into her home at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And just sat on the couch with us and talked with us. And has followed up and sent well wishes. And I could call her right now and go take a shower at her house. Actually, I wouldn't. She'd actually get mad that I called and asked, because she gave us her keys and code and all that. So Shanda, I can't thank you enough for as a dad, not having somewhere to take your family for a minute. And we could have driven to mom and dad's. I get it, but think about the neighbor, a fellow Christian. Just, hey, come on over. Case was right here, and it got sideways really, really quickly. Oh, man. It's actually Case's comforter from when he was a baby. I didn't know that was in here. So Case was right here. And he had drawers under his bed. And this is why it burned so long. He had drawers under his bed with clothes in it. But that's not why it burned. I don't mean to say that, but this is where he slept. He had clothes in his drawers. He had storage under his bed, like he'd grab a pair of sweats or a hoodie out of there. But what got me about Case was my mom came and got Case and Adler yesterday and got him away from the situation. And Case has more of a story, I'm sure he'll share on his channel, about how his day was afterwards. But he told my mom that he was frustrated with himself because he woke up and actually didn't take a shower. And he normally does if he falls asleep early. And he told my mom that he wishes he'd woken up because he could have stopped all this. And like thrown a towel on it. My mom said, well, honey, I don't know that a towel would have. And he said, well, Grandma, I would have wet it down. It sounds like something I'd say. I'd have peed on it. You know. Love you, young man. So here is the outside, and I'm not tall enough. I might get the drone out. So as you know, we just put this picketing up, this skirting. And Luke, My cousin came out yesterday and he unhooked from the 200 amp service in there, took all the wires out that were salvageable, dug it up, trenched it by hand, all by hand. And it's in brand new conduit over here. And ran us a 100 amp service. Yes, that lid's off. He's on his way right now. He's got to fix the ground. Not the ground, the ground right there, the grounding rod. But he did all this by hand yesterday. He and two of his guys. He got Ray a beautiful, lovely, she's so excited about this, an outdoor outlet. And we're gonna build her a deck out here. And yeah, he and his guys got Ray, check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know there's another one, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 10 outlets. And again, don't worry about this, okay? He's coming out to do this. But yeah, he also hooked up Ray with a mini split, which is super cool. That's from Pioneer. And here's what's tough. Our friends at Pioneer don't know yet about any of this. You guys are finding out at the same time they are, and I sincerely apologize. I know you'll understand, but stay with me. Inside that livestock trailer is a pallet with 3 other mini splits on it from Pioneer. They sponsored us with those. Those were supposed to go in yesterday morning, Friday, November 3rd. Those were supposed to go in this cabin at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I had to call Luke when he was on his way here at 7:15 and tell him what happened. And I know his family. And I know there's some good people out there that would have done the same thing, but Luke and his guys showed up and just said, what do you need? Tell us. He brought his whole trailer. He brought everything he could. I mean, imagine just thinking you're going to hook up a couple mini splits. Luke could probably do it with like a utility knife. If he had all the parts, he probably would only need like a utility knife and a screwdriver to do 4 mini splits. Literally. I mean, I know you got to charge them. I know. I'm talking about like just the tools. But when he heard what happened, he showed up with a full trailer, a full kit, and took Ray's she shed, which only had 2 outlets, excuse me. It was on 2 breakers. And he took that she shed and got it buttoned up, insulated a little bit better. He wanted to do more, but he'll do more. He'll do anything we ask. I kid you not. I can't thank this kid enough. I say kid, he's a grown man. He's married. He's got kids. Appreciate you, buddy. Because as you know, Sadie's about to have babies, puppies. And we needed a place to put Sadie with an air conditioner. And he hooked it up. His guy all in one day. Coming from the pole to there. He went to Lock Supply with me and got everything we needed. That's not normal. Most guys would have said, well, man, just let me know when you need me. You know, they would have taken it as a slap in the face. Like, well, I thought I was going to do some mini splits. And not him. They were here all day. And so far at this point, all it cost me was a couple bags of burgers from Brahms. When we came out of the house, Ray had to walk away for a minute. It's tough, man. We don't know what God has planned. We don't know. We're still processing. It's literally been a little over 24 hours. When you guys see this happened Friday morning at 3 a.m. So whether you see this on YouTube or Facebook, we're not that far from it. We're very, very blessed, guys, and we're very fortunate. And we'll be just fine. If you know us personally and this is how you're finding out about this video, please don't take that as why didn't they tell me? We just had a lot on our plate.
God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. We literally just had a conversation the other day about me starting to edit my videos and, doing everything that I've been doing. And Chad stressed to me that the devil will come after you when you start seeking God's will and his purpose. So I reminded him that night of the fire. We just talked about this.
So when you're seeking God's will and living in his will and talking to him constantly and wearing bracelets that tell everybody your faith, I'm talking about real evil.
This isn't anything that we can't get through. And we didn't lose anything that wasn't material.
It is true.
So we're very fortunate.
Case didn't fit underneath that blanket anyway. Not anymore.
You know, you can't replace sentimental valued stuff, but
14-foot ceiling in there, and there was going to be a 13-foot, 11-inch tree in there for Christmas. But it's probably a fire hazard. Never mind. But Luke is actually here, so we're going to go talk to him, and Ray and I'll check in with you guys later. Or you're going to see your mama? So, do you want to say bye to him? Or?
I'll talk a little bit about this on my channel, but not very much because you're gonna see it here. I'm gonna go visit my mom and film with her and get out a more of a lighthearted video for you right after this one tonight. So stay tuned.
Are you saying mine's heavy-hearted? Yeah, it is.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's odd when grown men cry as hard as I do.
No, it's not.
So I'm gonna film with Luke a little bit, and I'll make sure you guys see the animals even if we fly the drone around. So thankfully, when I fly my drone, it's in my truck. So that's where it was. I launch it from my truck bed cover, so I can still get you guys some cool footage, but you know, we're all right. We're more than all right. So we'll talk to you guys later in a little bit. Love you, baby.
Oh, noggins.
This made everything better.
Did it make it all better?
Yeah. That's my little baby cousin.
Yeah.
And hey, say her name.
Cantley.
Cantley. Beautiful.
It's Cantley. Look at your little baby feet. Her bow is so cute.
So we're teething. We can see Mom. Shay, you ready to be famous? So this is Luke's wife.
Hi.
Shay. This is also my little baby cousin.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a little taller now, but my baby cousin. So we made Luke go work while we hung out with baby. Luke on camera here in a minute, but you know, yesterday he was coming out here to do one thing, and I called him at 7:15 and completely changed his day. And not a lot of, I know we're family and we're kin and he'll see me at Christmas, but not a lot of contractors would have just come out with a full rig and done whatever we needed. So I think the mini splits he was going to install, he could probably do with like a screwdriver and a pair of wire snips. But then I had him run a whole new 100 amp service, dig a trench, conduit,
And completely
ground
wired
it,
and electricity.
throw 10 outlets in a shed, and hook up a mini split. So, and he bought lunch. So, or maybe you bought lunch.
Went through a lot yesterday. So.
Yeah.
They were here all day and worked so hard.
The cabin caught fire while he was here again.
Yeah, he went up. He had
Yeah,
a
the
fire
winds-
extinguisher on his
yesterday-
truck.
Oh,
Yesterday there was 20-mile-an-hour winds, and by the time Luke got here, the fire had picked up on the roof again. So he got a ladder and took care of it for us. But
Yeah, he hit the loft with the fire extinguisher.
you know, you're teething. My hand is very wet.
oh yeah, she'll eat it.
So, but this is Kentley. Beautiful. She's brand new out of the box.
Yeah, 4 months.
4 months.
4 months.
Man, goodness.
It's named after Dirk's Bentley.
Nice.
There you
Put a K in front of Bentley. So.
I like it. That's cool.
Love it. Goodness.
I miss this. She smells so good. I want this as an air freshener in my truck. If I just
Baby scent.
pour a bottle of Johnson & Johnson on the floor of the truck, you think I'd do it? Shay here babysitted Case
Yeah.
when he was 3 and 4. Man. So all my family, it doesn't just go to mom and dad, like all of our family, we see each other. We always know where we're at. There's group messages, even if we haven't seen each other between Christmases or something. We always know where we're at. And it's, this is family. So I actually called her Shay a few minutes ago. Thank you. I was trying to say she shed, Luke, and Ray.
Ray's she shed. And
came
he
out.
said, Shay's shed. And he's like,
So then I
he's
had
like,
to
Shay's my
explain
cousin, not
that
an
Shay was not an
ex-girlfriend.
ex-girlfriend. I just called my wife. So, yeah.
Let's get that clear.
So, that was awesome, yeah. All right, you want to see something cool? Woo! Woo! The little donkey's my favorite. What's up, buddy? It's all right. It's okay. Buddy. Franklin. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, buddy.
Mr. Luke Gunlock. So what are you doing right there?
So I'm just wrapping the line set until we get the line set cover to help protect the insulation from the UV and things to break down.
Gotcha.
Plus it looks a lot better too than just lines hanging out. Change the size of the line set so that way everything's nice and neat up against the wall. And then we tie in from the drain. And we go to a bigger size to help the drain on that so it doesn't get clogged as easy. Get everything wrapped up.
Yeah, so he raised the size of our drain because we have kind of a fall. And then he got us up so the condensation doesn't sit underneath the unit, which this is made for mini splits. And a lot of people mount them on the side, but I've read that can cause vibration issues, especially if you don't do it right. Like you'll hear kind of a hum.
You can hear it inside the house a little bit. Just need to get that up off the ground is so that way whenever the unit goes through the defrost mode and it's real cold outside, it can build up with ice and you can actually crack part of the coil. So you got to elevate that up to make sure that the condensation has a place to go.
And that's no bueno. But we're very, very pleased, man. Very appreciative. I actually have to call Pioneer and tell them that the cabin's gone. So Pioneer sent us these out of the goodness of their hearts, and we sincerely appreciate it. But I've got 3 extras. But as you guys know, I've got a brother and sister-in-law that need one. So if you guys blow this video up, I'm pretty sure we can get Pioneer to send Kyle and Shannon one of these mini splits. Because companies, respectfully, they don't, you can't just partner with everybody, okay? Especially as many channels as my family has. I'm even getting Luke start one.
Yeah, buddy.
So as many channels as we have, Pioneer can't just send them to everybody, right? I bet you one of those extras, we can bug Luke, if Pioneer's cool with it, to throw one in Shannon's she shed here in the next couple weeks.
These are awesome systems too. I really like this style. The front, the inside is really nice, clean. Has the display right on the door. I mean, super nice systems. Fit together really nice. You don't have to really fight a whole lot. One thing I did like with the Pioneer is the wire that they sent you. It's numbered, so it's super easy for us to just come in, hook everything up, and get them up and running.
I've had another one that was much noisier, and I know it's not 120 degrees and this isn't cranking full pop, but it's still on, and you guys can hear us. So
And this is really about as loud as it gets too. I mean, these systems we cranked it up yesterday. We want to see what everything would do, and just for whenever we test everything out, and they're so quiet. I mean, it's a great technology in
Perfect.
the way that they work. One of the guys reached out.
one of y'all reached out to him.
Yeah, so all the people that took time to text me.
Did you text everyone back?
I text everybody back. All the messages, Facebook.
Now somebody's going to say they didn't get a text, but
I tried to go through all of them.
Yeah.
I lost count after 300. So from Australia, all over the place. So if you took the time to do it, I felt like I should, take the time to respond. Yeah. So he's trying to build a couple cabins down around the lake. So hopefully we get to help out with that. But one of the reasons why we do this, and instead of the other ones that are just kind of the DIY ones, what we do is we vacuum the system out to get all the moisture, all the air that can't go through the system. So we pulled this down to 150 microns and we held for 30 minutes. Then once it held, then we went ahead and dumped the charge on it. So you've got to have everything to be able to do that. And then you also have to have a license to be able to handle the refrigerant because of the EPA regulations. So that's why we do it this way. We also, when we pressurize the system with nitrogen, it helps dry it out. There's a lot of things that we do just to ensure that everything works the way it's supposed to, instead of just the quick connect.
if they see this video and they mention DOS Farms,
Oh yeah, so everybody that's in this area, if you want the DOS Farm discount, normally our service checks are $85. We're gonna do it for $69. So we'll come out, we'll go through the whole system, clean the coils, check the pressures, check the microfarad on the capacitors, check the amp draw on the blowers, check it on the compressor, go through everything on the system and ensure that everything's ready to go for winter. So that way you don't have to worry about anything.
Yep. If you really want to help me out and you're in our area, this is also a help for you. Call him up, get him out your house, let him look your thing over and your HVAC system over, and you get a discount. Cooling and remodeling, is that what you prefer?
Yeah,
Okay.
we mostly what we do is the heating and air, and then we also, the people want somebody that can handle more things than just one. And so, because of being in the construction industry for so long,
Because it's family deep. This ain't just,
oh yeah,
you didn't
I
just
grew
wake up and you were like,
yeah, I was going on service calls with my dad whenever I was knee high to a grasshopper.
Yep.
And so it's what I know, it's what I do.
Even the last name in your neck of the woods, Kyle was telling me, people assume that you've done something in construction where you're at and your family and
oh yeah,
all that. They raise cattle too. There's
We do.
some Angus in the family.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so you're calling a guy. I'm putting my stamp on it. You know how that is, okay? What's up, Slim?
What's up?
You all right?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna come down to Case's room, should I pan around to your room and show him?
It's a little messy.
we'll wait. Oh man, we need to get you a hat.
I know, right?
You don't mind?
I don't know about that.
So he lost all his flat bills. He won't wear
I
my
know.
he won't wear my trucker hats. You got a nice view of good old Miami here.
I do. I have a pretty good view.
Yeah, you have your own room.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Rough life. So actually, this is about half the size of the cabin, all to yourself.
Yep. It is amazing. Sleep as long as I want. It's awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. Until Monday morning,
Yeah.
he was like, "Dad, I go to school." I was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't you?"
Because I don't have a hat.
Oh, because you don't have a hat.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So obviously he missed school Friday, but yeah, we'll be back to normal Monday. As I was editing this, I want to say another thanks to everybody that has reached out, and as well as Ben, our neighbor. Ben, actually, one of my things that went through my head once we were out of the house and could grasp the situation was the front gate was open because the fire department had to come in. And of course they have 5-6 trucks. They have 2 water trucks, I think. And then 4 or 5 others drove their trucks to the site to help, to our house. And I was really anxious and nervous because I was like, if the animals see that gate is open, I know it's night and they're sleeping, but they might bolt. But Ben actually showed up, checked on us. He saw us outside, so he knew we were okay. We were just watching the fire department work, parked by the front gate, and made sure nobody could get out. So kept all the animals in, and that was a huge relief to pull up there when we were leaving and see him. Just goodness, he had to be there for an hour and a half, like 3 o'clock in the morning to 4:30 in the morning, just making sure Tipsy didn't go for a stroll.
That's who I would expect to go for a stroll.
Yeah.
If anyone did.
Oh yeah. But so huge thanks to Ben if you see this. In the meantime, and I mean that, buddy, call me anytime, please. In the meantime, I'm making this video from earlier because it's now been 3 or 4 hours. I want to share that Luke did create a YouTube channel, and I'm going to link it down below. He's also got a Facebook, and I want to stress, I'm probably going to go to a site, like a job site with Luke, and show you guys what he can do, and I'll put it on the Chad Does Stuff channel. Just want to stress, you know, a sincere thank you to Luke, and you know, and it was just to everybody. Everybody stepped up, and it's just awesome, the community and family around us. So sincerely appreciate it. But how are you dealing? That's what they're gonna want to know.
How am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a. How big do you think this room is?
It's 400 square feet, easy.
I have a 400 square foot room with like a 5-star shower. Anything and everything DoorDash wise I could want. I'm literally chilling.
The case is doing pretty
I don't think
good.
it could get much better than this.
So
Here, can you show them the view, or would that tell them?
probably better not do that.
Yeah.
Your girlfriends will find you. Tomorrow, Uncle Kyle and Uncle Matt and Aunt Shannon are coming down, and you can film, and they'll be here, and
Sweet.
you can maybe tell your subscribers how you're doing and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, this is the most boring background ever.
Look,
Is that at least like a?
the Ethernet.
Is that an
cord.
Ethernet jack at least?
I don't know if it's that old for a landline, but
Oh, surely not. But one thing is, we did get Case an Xbox today, so
oh yeah,
he can breathe again.
yeah.
So, anyway, we're probably gonna go get something to eat, upload this video, share it with y'all. There's gonna be so much information thrown at you guys these next few weeks, I don't even know where to start. But this was one wild last 36 hours, to say the least.
What a Thursday.
Thursday,
To
Friday
have
morning.
To have it on a Thursday too, it's just like a weird day. Like I know it's like any day.
Well, it's Friday morning, just to clarify. It's
Well,
3
yeah,
o'clock.
it was like Friday morning, but like
Thursday night to you.
for me, it was weird because I fell asleep at Thursday at like 7 p.m. and woke up and that. So yeah, it was weird.
By the way, Grandma told me that you wish you'd have woken up because you could have probably put the fire out, but
I probably
don't be
could
like me. Just come get me
have.
like I did you.
I know, but
and
I
get out of the
probably
house.
could have. Realistically, I don't know.
Love you, man.
What you mean?
Everybody's okay. We're gonna sign off here and get some grub.
Yep.
All got fresh undies on. That's pretty important. I mean, I actually don't yet. I bought everybody else's stuff first. I'm
Yeah.
wearing the same pair of jeans since Thursday.
We can tell.
Yeah. Case won't let me sit on his bed.
No.
I had to sit in the
No, I haven't.
business office chair in the corner. He gets in my truck and he goes, "Ooh."
Yeah, I got in his truck and I said, "Yeah, the smell is definitely still here." And he said, "Don't say that." So he doesn't even want to think about it.
So, anyway. All right. Well, with that said, just stay tuned. But y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces.
Deuces. It's
See
been
you
a while
guys.
since I've done that.
You should come on the channel, man.
Yeah.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty.